Hey everybody, how you doing? Just getting things set up here. Everyone. Chat is enabled now. So we'll wait for the top of the hour and then we'll get going. Morning, Joseph. How you doing? Hey, Rich. How you doing? Raj, Neil, Les, Jason. Welcome. Oh, yeah, it's evening for me. It's 5 p.m. So I think we've got UK, USA. Where else? Yeah, it's nice and warm. I've got the aircon on. I've got the air conditioning on. Morning, Raj. Bear with me a second. Okay, so we're going to get going now. Okay, so what I want to do today is mainly on the new app that we'll be launching in 2026 and the early bird offer that we've got, and just to talk you through what happens on the app. So hopefully you can see this. This is the web version, so it's a web app. So you are able to have that on your laptop, and at the same time, you can have it on either the iOS or Android phone as well. So yeah, well, it doesn't. Forex is brilliant. I mean, I'll show you a couple of trades, but right now on the FX market, everything's neutral. You shouldn't be taking a trade. Okay, so we're going to go through some of that. So talk about some of the things on the left. You won't see all of these, so because I'm an admin, but the Signal dashboard is your main place to go for signals. Active assets are the ones that are active trades now, and those push notifications would have gone out on the phone and on the web app as well. Hey Ross, how you doing? And then you got your different asset classes. So coming on to, for example, if you when we launch, you subscribe and you just subscribe to Forex. This is all you will see. You will see the Forex in there, and then crypto subscriptions, and then futures subscriptions there. If you're a VIP member and you want to come on during that early bird session, you get all the assets. There's 29 assets. So you're looking at basically some extremely powerful computing, looking at 29 different assets. When these are looked at, we look at 30,000 different combinations per asset for that confluence setup. And then that is programmed in once a week for each asset. Okay, so lots of work goes on. Within the dashboard here, we can see we've got drop downs here. Now, this data is going to be reset because we've been trying a lot of things, making sure that we get that data in. But basically what that does, you'll see that's 0% at the moment. That's wrong. But you have the win rate, the number of longs and shorts, and the average time of the trade. So this is a rolling 30-day period. So next day, a new trade comes in, it's measured automatically on our system. You won't see these, but these are our trading records, for example, and these are automatically updated when we get a closing trade, winner or loser, into this particular thing here. Okay, so this has had this is 100% win rate, 5 trades. Average time in trade 103 hours and 9 minutes. So with there has been some work, and we've got a big update coming tonight to fix that data. It wasn't telling the right time. But again, this is why we've got those beta testers, and this is why we're offering that early bird VIP access to help us with that. Morning, Otis, no problem. So these drop-down menus are very important. So the time frames are a combination of time frames for each different light. So you don't need a chart and you don't need a time frame to trade these signals, Neil. You will just get a push notification and you will enter a market trade on that particular instrument. You don't need a chart. Okay. For the first time in 30 years of trading, 2 weeks ago, I put my first trade on a phone. Okay, so I got the push notification, basically went to my broker. When the push notification includes the stop price as well, for example, put a market order on, put the stop price, worked out quick risk, bang, done, finished, on. Then when you get a push notification for stop price updated, for example, you just adjust the stop. But no, I use TradingView mobile app to put the trades on as well. You can do that if your broker's connected to TradingView. So what we've tried to do is take the need for education away. No, it doesn't work for stocks at the moment. It's Forex, futures, and crypto. Stocks will be in phase 2 in equities. We're going to be choosing 10 optionable stocks that high liquidity that trade very often, and we're going to be adding those in phase 2 or 3. I haven't decided yet. So in reality, you get quality, not quantity. So there are some days, and I'm going to go through those, where you get 6 to 9 trades, and then there's other days where you get 1 or 2. And depending on the asset class, depends on if something's flat that day, you don't trade. In fact, that's all of these yellow lights here indicate you shouldn't be trading Forex right now. Okay, it's a flat day. Things are turning around a little bit on crypto, and then obviously we've got CL, for example. We've got 3 reds here, 2 yellows. MES and YM are in a short, but they're underwater at the moment. We've got data coming out soon as well. So these do change, these lights, okay? But when they all light up red, you'll get a push notification to go short, and then vice versa for longs. So all you do is open your broker thing. But the good thing is you get a push notification saying, so for example, MES short, keep your phone close. So basically it's warning you that there could be a trade in the next 30 minutes. Okay, sometimes that's only 4 minutes away, but what it's doing is alerting you that the conditions are getting close to where it needs to be to take the trade. Okay, so what we don't want to do is all of a sudden you're having a coffee or you sat on the toilet and your phone goes, oh, I've got to go short, okay, or I've got to go long. What it does is gives you that indication, if you like, that we're getting close. Keep your phone close, and that's very important, because we can do that when we get 4 out of 5 lights. We can actually send that notification out just to bring your focus back to say, okay, this is the instrument. So say it's euro US dollar, right? I'm just going to go into my brokerage account. I'm going to open the euro US dollar ticket. I'm ready. So then if that alert comes in, you can then just go to that ticket, look where the stop is on the push notification, put the stop in, look for a market order, and then adjust the amount of lot size you want to do, depending on how much you want to risk if it takes you out of the stop, that sort of thing. Okay. So again, there are some bug fixes that we got to do right now, but basically it's working. And this is why we're ready at the middle of this month, middle to the end of this month, to get everybody that comes on an early bird. And you're going to get it literally, we're not going to launch this until after the middle of January. So you're going to get this early. And then with the early bird offer, you're going to have it until July 2027. Okay. So it's a phenomenal opportunity for people, especially because you'll get all of these asset classes. So yesterday, I traded short GBP US dollar, but I traded 6B. Okay. And I'll show you that trade. I think I took a screenshot actually. Where is that screenshot? Did I put that screenshot, Richard, in oh, was it in the Discord group? Forex futures. All right. So yeah, I did trade this on futures. So on Forex and futures. So again, I use a chart. I'm in front of all my charts. So all I did was put the trade on. I got a Swissquote account. Um, and every time the stop loss updated, I adjusted my stop. Drag and drop, dead easy. Okay. And that's what the push notifications look like. Euro USD stop price updated 15043. Okay, and you can see on there 15043. So basically, you can see those stop prices updating. You don't have to think. And then 6B, I did. That was the oil trade today. So yeah, this was the 6. So I traded 6E. Was that yesterday? Euro US dollar. Sorry. So yeah, I traded 6E on the Euro US dollar. There. So on 6E, we had the entry. I got the short. I was probably, yeah, nearly $1,000 in profit because I took 6 contracts. And to be honest, the reason why, I'm just basically trying to trade every single thing. So it's all about margin for me at the moment. So when I get lots of trades come in, I've got this, that, and the other. So I just put take the stop profit limit order there at that pivot, and it took the trade. I made $1,000. Okay, but that was a Euro US dollar trade. Okay, but you can trade the futures with that signal because you don't need indicators and things like that on your chart. You just follow the signal. So when you get that push notification in saying Euro US dollar, or it says all systems red, short Euro US dollar, stop price this. So you just go and put that in, put your order ticket on, and go. And again, this is Confluence. This I think this was an Aussie dollar US dollar trade. So and I traded 6A futures for that short, and that was the entry, that was the exit. Okay. So no, stop price is your stop loss price. Okay. No, so you enter on a market price, and yeah, your stop loss is your stop price. So if I look at this here, this is my stop price. Okay. So when I say go, when the app, not me, the app, it's my brain, but it's in AI, goes short, the stop price, it tells you where to put the stop price. Okay. And you've got your market order, and then so on and so forth. You just keep adjusting that trailing stop. So what I did today was on oil futures. Okay, that's $1,000 profit there today. So we're all green. We got the push notification to go long. I went long at this price with 2 contracts, and I was just adjusting the stop every time I got a push notification. That's it. It's like a trailing stop. Yeah, exactly, Neil. So you get a push notification and just stop to here. And then I think this is every 12 minutes on this particular setup. Then you just keep changing it. Keep adding it. It's boring. Okay. And I put that in the Discord group this morning. It's boring trading. So CL hasn't traded for a week. Got a trade today because all of the stars aligned. We went in, it was a winner. Okay. It may not trade for another week, but that's fine. You've got 29 different assets. Okay. And that's the whole point. So, just because that says Forex, boring is very good. Okay. I actually went out between the 12-minute things to get a coffee from Starbucks and came back. So yeah, I had time to do stuff. Because if you're a futures trader, for example, you can trade these Forex signals with futures. The only caveat is if you can't obviously trade Euro Japanese yen or GBP Japanese yen. You can trade US dollar CAD. But if this gets complicated, and we'll do some education on this, but if you're trading futures, if the US dollar is before the other currency, on futures, you trade the opposite way that it tells you. Okay, but this is for more advanced traders. So that's Forex, just main Forex pairs and those. So if you're trading on average five trades in a 30-day period per one, that's still a lot of trades. Okay, most people think they have to trade every single day. You don't. You need to trade the quality trades. Now, they can all come in at once. For example, you might get 3 or 4 Forex trades all at the same time. And then Forex goes flat for a couple of days. But then you get crypto trades coming in. You can, for example, if you're a crypto subscriber, you can just decide, actually, I'm not going to trade crypto perpetual futures. I'm just going to trade crypto. So this is the next bit now. You can go into your notification settings, for example, and you can say, I don't want notifications for shorts because I can only buy crypto. So if it tells me to go long Ethereum US dollar, I'm just going to buy 1,000 worth of Ethereum. When it tells me to get out, I'm going to sell that same amount. Simple as that. Does that make sense? So you can just literally click that off, and now you won't get alerted for shorts on the cryptos, for example, if you're just a crypto subscriber. And then you can say, I don't want to get alerts for this, that, and the other. So if you're a futures trader but you can't afford to trade ES or NQ, and you just can afford to trade the micros, you would take away GC, CL, notifications, ES, NQ. You would probably keep YM and RTY because that's $5 a tick compared to $12.50 and all that sort of stuff. So you can, you can do that. So you can pause those notifications as well, which is pretty cool. We have a community. So this is Discord-ish, but it's only for subscribers. Okay, so we're having a winner chicken dinner channel. This will, in theory, be automatically fed. We're working on that now. So when that trade data is literally collected all the time, and then when we get a winner, it goes in there and it'll ask a question: did you get in, and start the conversation? Forex trading. Forex trading floor. Again, I put this euro US dollar one in there for testing yesterday. We had somebody put this one in as well, one of my guys. This was a Forex trade. He did it on his phone. So, okay, so I've got a team of guys. They're data analysts, coders, AI people, never traded before in their life. And he traded this on his phone from the signal, okay? And this was at $400 profit. So he took his account in a week from $700 to $1,500 on his Forex account just by following the signals. Okay, so the push notifications have come in, and we're using these to actually then put on education for people as well. And we started that education process on the YouTube channel already. That will be on the website as well. So we get a lot of signals coming in, and we want to show people how to put that on. I'm going to go through some of that in a minute, but first of all, I just want to show you the YouTube channel is starting to get a lot of content in there, and it's important for me that people learn how to do that. So I'm just gonna bear with me a sec. You can't see the ones that are unlisted at the moment, but I just want to go through. Let me just change the channel, switch counts. No, I can't do that right now because I'm on the wrong thing. But anyway, we've got, for example, if we've got basic crypto traders who just buy crypto and want to learn now how to use crypto perpetual futures, I've put these things together to help you understand how to trade crypto futures, things about leverage, margin and all that sort of stuff, difference between normal crypto and crypto futures. So building up a lot of content. For the next 2 months for me, it's just building educational content for people so they can get to grips with everything. And then, so that's the YouTube channel. Just on YouTube, just look for xBratAI and you'll find it. So the next thing I want to do is talk about and go through so what these push notifications look like. But first, I am going to go through I'm going to go through Monday because Monday was very special. Okay. So we've only got 10 cryptocurrencies. Okay. 6 of them all went short on Monday. You see these red lines on the charts? This means they're all in profit, and those push notifications to stop those stop bonds were put in. And you can see all of these here had push notifications to go short. They had push notifications to adjust that stop loss, just like Forex. Okay, sometimes we have 3 or 4 Forex on at the same time. This is then what it looks like on the phone. So on the main dashboard, you'll see Ethereum here. You can see that stop price updated to 3779.93, and that's their Ethereum. And then we can see this here, for example. So with crypto perpetual futures, again, we've done education on this. You can actually use leverage, and we actually give you an indication where your max leverage should be. Okay, that's all calculated. So max leverage 43, for example, is in this situation. We got the stop loss price adjusted to this point at this time. So 43 is the max leverage. At the moment where this candle is, where I took that screenshot, that was 3.44% move. 43 times 3.44% is 147% move. And that's just one of those 6. So it was huge, absolutely massive. And we keep getting that. So, and then you get this stop Ethereum short-ended stop price reach closing now push notification. So that was that original blue arrow, and that's where it ended up. Okay, so really, really strong. And I basically captured these trades as they were going along, and I visualized it on a chart to help you. Now, another one I did to help for futures traders is here. So again, and again, if you're a Forex trader, you can use the indexes there as well. So the 43x, when you use the max leverage, you then choose the cost. So you'll choose, I want to use 20% of my account of size and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so you can choose that. And again, it's all in the education videos. So with this one, for example, this is what it looks like on your phone when you get a push notification. ES, keep your phone close. You'll get that first, okay? And then you'll get the push notification saying all systems green, going along now, that sort of thing. And then as that progresses, and I did trade this and I shared it, as the trade progresses, you get those stop loss updates, as you can see, until finally it closes now. And this, I will zoom in here. This was me. I actually traded this on a live account. And this was me taking a photo because it was a bit later on at night for me here in Dubai of my laptop. I've just scrubbed out the live account number. That was $4,250 profit at that point. Okay, so I do trade these. Okay, I've been in this industry for 30 years. I've been in the software industry to help people in the last 12 years. And again, now we've taken it to the next level. We've introduced AI, built these massive databases and servers and all this really cool stuff. And it's working very, very well. So I just trade the signals now. Don't need to do any technical analysis because it's been trained. And then MES did a similar sort of thing here, where again, We had a little later entry here. Wasn't happy with that, so we asked the the guys did some work with the data and retrained the AI, and then that was me training it live as well at the same time. So it does work very, very well. It's just about being patient, sitting on your hands and waiting for those, first of all, those signals that say keep your phone close, and it's ES, or it could be Euro, US dollar, or it could be a crypto, or whatever it is. Then actually I'm just going to go on. If I'm on my laptop, I'm just going to open my broker. I'm going to put the ES order ticket there and be ready. And that's the idea of that. Now, 2 times out of 10, when it tells you to keep your phone close, the algorithm will see a rule that's broken, it'll time out, and you just won't get a signal. But that's good. It's done its job. It's protected you. And that's the whole idea of the algorithm. So back to this. We do have an Instagram, by the way, as well. Just search xBratAI on Instagram. What I want to do now is open the floor to any questions at the moment. Have you got any questions on the app, what it looks like? Again, it's hard for me to share the phone version, but this is the web app version, and I can share that on a webinar. It's not that difficult. There's some of the training videos that we've done. If I can find one of those, I want to go through it. So let me just find. Forex trade, putting a trade on. Okay. So we're looking at trying to roll out that initial access for those early birds in about a week's time. We've got a big update. So within 15 seconds of things going live, so the 4 out of 5 lights, if you like, takes around 15 seconds. Yeah. We've usually the average is 3 seconds. So the longest is 15 seconds, Jason. So you get plenty of time. So basically the keep your phone close message is there to get you ready, to get the order ticket ready. You're not going to have a flurry of ES or Euro US dollar, GBP US dollar, and all that sort of thing. It's steady, okay? And from that 4 out of 5 to 5 out of 5, sometimes it can be as small as 3 minutes, or sometimes it can be as long as 18 minutes. So no, we continually do it with a push notification, Joseph. So for example, every time it changes, we send you a push notification with the new stop price. And you just basically go in and adjust that price. And I'll show you how that works here. So this was, let's go big on this a little bit. Let me move that down. There's my notes for making the recording. So for example, you get the GBP, US dollar, keep your phone close sort of thing. And then you get all systems red, ready to short now, stop price. So you put the stop price in, okay? Then obviously you'd go to this is TradingView, for example, click sell. Then you get your order ticket open, market. Remember, this is your stop price. So you put your stop price in there. You choose one lot, for example, that's $216 risk to the stop loss. If that's not enough, you can adjust the lot size to 2 here, and it adjusts the risk. And then so on, you can adjust it back down, click sell, and then you're in the trade, okay? And remember the stop price is there, and you get the stop price update. So even though you get a push notification to update the stop price, it changes the dashboard as well to the same price within a few seconds. And then that's what that particular trade looked like at that point, where that's the original stop, and then you go in, you click protect position. This is all a video, by the way. I've made this video. new stop price update, and then you adjust it in here and press confirm. And then you see that's where that's locking in $90 profit right now. And it's the same for futures and crypto. And then stop price updated again. So you do the same thing again. You change the stop price, click confirm, and then on your little chart on your phone, you can see that's where the stop price is adjusted to. And then eventually it takes it out. As simple as that. So the push notification comes straight to your phone, okay, because you'll have the app downloaded, either iOS or Android, on your phone, okay? So it's not a push over app, it's literally a push notification on your phone through iOS or Android. And we do have what we call backups for that, where we are able to use webhooks in case we don't get a ping back within 1.5 seconds or something like that. So they're strong. So again, that's how those work. The push notifications also you can select those to come on your what do you call it? On your web app as well. Because some people, they'll have the push notifications on their phone, but they may want to trade from their laptop or their PC. It's entirely up to you how you do that. What we're trying to do is not is walk away from that necessity to start learning charting and technical analysis and all that sort of thing. We're trying to move away from that with this technology. So we can entice what we call T2s and T3s. So T3s have never done it before and might just want to start with crypto. T2s have tried it, but not had much success because they haven't got really time to learn it properly, that sort of thing. And then T1s are those experienced traders, which just basically cuts out the noise. They just wait for the push notification. They may do a little work, but then they'll put on the trade. So it's trying to break down the barriers and get more people trading and following, I would say, quality over quantity. And that's important when you're trading. You don't need to trade 10 times a day. Okay. What you need to do is wait for the quality trades. And this is just like a traffic light system waiting for those trades. Okay. When that happens, I would say on average, so for a particular futures contract, it might trade 6 times a month. Okay. But then you've got 10 futures contracts there. That's a lot of trades. So Ross, we have the roller coaster, the VWAP Predator, the xBrat algo, the bias depth heat map, and then one other indicator that we developed ourselves just for the app because we need real-time stuff. And then we have lots of internal logic within the databases. So it's not just those signals coming in. It's about how they come in together. Where the anchor strategy is compared to when the others come in, the time they take to come in, the maximum risk and all that sort of stuff. There's a lot going off in the brain, if you like. It's not just following the confluence, it's actually filtering out some of those ones with too much risk and that sort of thing. And yes, it will hold the runners very, very well. And that's the whole point of them, really. And let me move that out of the way. Let me close that down so it's not keeping doing. So in reality, the early bird, let's go through this now. We have had people sign up. There only is 100 spaces available. Okay. So for VIP, when it comes to launch, it's $90 a month. Okay. This is $999 until July 2027, and you get early access. So in reality, it's probably about 20 months access. So it's almost half price. But more importantly, there's a lot of benefits with that. that you get direct access to my development team and feedback. We're going to have these shared sheets. We're going to have these channels. Even when we've launched, you're going to be able to not necessarily affect change, but feedback and offer your thoughts and that sort of thing, really. So I'm going to put that in the chat, that particular link. And it says it here, the top 20% of those 100 who are active, the most active in our community, come July 2027, don't remember, I've got data scientists working for me. They're going to collect that data. Top 20 will be given another year's membership for free. And that's only available for those early bird VIP subscribers. Okay. So be active, be part of that community. This is not cheap to build something like this within an app that works in a phone and everything else like that. For example, if I just inspect this now and go to phone, for example, here, you'll see it works in the phone as well. And it's about being able to comment and basically, we can add a comment here. Okay, so it's about building that community. Works very well, lots of testing. Yes, you will. I haven't traded Forex for 20 years, and I've started trading Forex. And my account, don't get me wrong, I'm very busy. And I'm being honest here, I don't want to show you the account, but I started with $2,000. It's now sat at $2,283 this week because I'm not always here. Sometimes I'm in meetings, but when those come in, I'm over 10% on that account balance already. No, it's $999. That's it. And you get access, Sylvia, until July 2027. And you get early access. Okay. No, they don't, Raj. There's no limitations on iOS, the push notifications. What do they look like? Let me just get rid of this a minute. So they look something like this. This was taken from iOS. So they just keep pushing, and you can select which notifications you get depending on what you want to trade. But for me, I've always been an advocate of training one or two instruments because as a human being, you can't do the work that it takes to confidently trade lots of instruments. Because if you're manually doing technical analysis and all this sort of thing, it's bloody labor intensive. It's a lot of work to do. So now all of a sudden, if you're a VIP access, you've got potentially 29 different instruments here. Okay. So all of a sudden you can confidently trade those. I did something yesterday, so this was pretty cool. So yeah, you can have it on your phone and your laptop. Okay. So Sylvia, at the moment, futures, Forex and crypto, phase 2 will be equities, but that equities will be there. But, in reality, I've put lots of training and I'm putting all this training together to teach people how to trade Forex, to teach people how to trade crypto, perpetual futures. It's not difficult. I've never traded on a phone before, and I'm doing it when signals come through now. Dead simple, really easy to do. It's, technology is very, very simple to do. And again, those training videos will help with that. Step-by-step guide to putting them on. Not forgetting, if you're just a futures trader, you can still trade those Forex signals, but use currency futures. And if you're just a Forex trader, when those futures trades come in for ES, for example, you can, or RTY, you can go to the 2000 index and trade that with your Forex account. So there's lots of things to do, and the community will build to help people to do that and spot those particular instances. So yeah, you can right now I've got it on my iPad, my desktop, my Android, and my iPhone. It gets annoying at the moment. I'm testing. So let's just move that away. So yeah, there's no restrictions on the iOS. It's a bona fide. It's not live on the App Store yet, but again, um, what will happen is on Apple, there's a thing called Test Pilot. So our beta testers will initially download Test Pilot. And it'll be all sent to their Apple account email address, and you'll have access through Test Pilot. Thank you, Ross. Great stuff. Confirmed as one of the 100. So look out for an email for me in the next week to 10 days with all the access details and stuff. I've got a meeting with the developers tomorrow morning to go through all of that. But yeah, we're very excited to get some people using it other than the people that have been working on it for the last year. Yeah, Android, it works on Android phone as well, exactly the same. We developed it for both Google Play and the Apple Store. And again, it works. It's web-based. So if you've got a MacBook, so for the web app, for example, you can use it anywhere. You can use it on your MacBook, on a Windows PC, anywhere. If you've got an Android phone, obviously you download the app on the Google Play Store. And you select your notification settings, and it just keeps coming through. Very, very simple. Not at the moment, Neil. We're restricted. It's about server size and everything else. So we may add a tenth. So it may be oil. But again, if you come on board as a VIP member, we've got oil here. Okay. So that will help. But in reality, oh no, there's a special testing for Google Play as well, Otis. It's a link and you download from this test environment. So yeah, it's the same. It's a similar thing, but for Google Play. So yeah, you can if you're just a Forex trader, you can still take these oil signals. Okay. And the oil trade today was pretty mega. Yeah, it was a good trade. So you don't need to be restricted to that. I am thinking of adding one more commodity, but it's about trying to find the groove. So I understand all of these, and the AI has learned all of these. So if we add another commodity here, for example, it's going to take 6 to 8 weeks for the groove to be found. Because it's not just about plugging it in and spitting it out. It's about the learning process that it has to go through. So we have to launch with something. And believe you me, the server that does all of these with all the different databases and the AI and stuff is huge. Okay, there's two. We split it into regions of the world. There's one region for Asia and Middle East, and there's another region for the USA and Europe. And they're mirrored. They're like two lungs, if you like. And everything feeds from those particular servers, depending on where you sign up in the world, depending on which server you go to. So yeah, it's quite complex. Any more questions on the app? Again, this is a web-based version. I can't share what it looks like on iOS or whatever. All I can do here is go to inspect and basically show you, this is pretty much what it looks like on a phone. I think I can choose the type of phone. Not sure. Not really a geeky person that can do this sort of thing. But anyway, oh, here we go. No, I don't know how to do it. But anyway, that's what it looks like. And then you hit the drop down menu and that's there. It doesn't look as fat as that on the phone. But basically that's what it is. And then you'll get here for your community. And then you can go to your community chat, all that sort of thing. So the idea of this is I've spent the extra money because I understand the importance of community. Yes, it can, Raj. It can run on your desktop and iOS concurrently. Yeah, yeah. That we basically it's a universal login for you. So you can log into the web and you can log into your iPhone. So your iPhone is always going to be there. And even if you're away from the computer, you'll get a push notification saying, keep your phone close for euro, US dollar, or whatever it is. Okay. And that's the whole idea of that is that you're not always going to be sat in front of your computer. You may be having dinner. You may be out in the yard. You could be doing anything. But if that push notification comes through, it's going to sort of refocus you and think, okay, I'm going to take this trade. Now, this algorithm and the AI runs 24 hours a day. Even playing golf, yeah, you can put it on your phone. So in some instances, you may be in bed, and we can't help that. We can't tell the markets to only give signals when you're awake, okay? But if there are 60 signals in a month across Forex, for example, you're probably likely to get 30 or 40 of those while you're awake, okay? Because there are certain times of the day when things start to really sort of go for it, if you like. So I've not actually I haven't played a lot of golf the last few months, to be honest, because I've been really busy with this, but I have started using the phone to put trades on, and it is very, very simple. I just can't believe how simple it is. But the problem is, before I wasn't able to do any technical analysis, but I don't need to do that now, okay? Because we've got full confluence. No, they don't repaint. Repainting's a fallacy. It's old stuff now. Once the signal's in and you get a push notification, all you do then is you got your stop and you get your stop loss updates. Okay. The only time so a signal won't get cancelled if you're in. Yeah. Sometimes it may get cancelled if it's 4 out of 5. So if it says keep your phone close, but all of a sudden all the lights go to orange, that means the algorithm said no. Sorry, it's gone too far and the rules haven't been met. 85%. This is what I wanted to show you. Thank you very much. I'll go back and I'll show you this because, okay, so xBratAI is, just bear with me a second. I've got to open it up, log in. Oh, these OTPs these days are annoying. Sintra OTP. So we did a test with Sintra AI yesterday. So, you could use ChatGPT and all that sort of thing, because what we want to do is at the end of every week, we want to do a data dump. We want to give users the ability to get the spreadsheet. We'll also do an infographic just to show you what the results are. So I just want to go into, which one is it? Dexter data. Okay. Where was it now? Bear with me. I've got to figure out where it was. Where's my history? I'm still getting used to this. It's powerful, but it's hard to. In fact, let's just do it. Let's get Dexter, and then I'll find the download for the trading records. Okay, so here, these are the trading records. Yeah, so that's the spreadsheet. Okay, there's a lot. I'm going to open up this spreadsheet and you're going to see how much data is in there. Okay. So this is the spreadsheet. Okay. And it's a simplified version of the trades for the last 45 days. Okay. and there are 300 and something trades across all asset classes. Okay, so I've put that in there. Please, what did I write? Please, analyze. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. That's why. I mean, xBratAI, I need to be in there. Sorry, guys. So there's Dexter. Let's put that in there. Okay, that's the trade data. We get that automatically. We download that and we're going to share it with people. So AI doesn't break, please. Okay, so that's going to basically analyze that data. And the idea is we want to keep this as open as possible and basically show you how good it is every week. We're going to basically do a data dump and send that to people with an infographic just to give you how things gone, so we understand where that is. Okay, so I have put that data in there. We've taken that from there. So love this challenge, blah, blah. Overall profitability, total trades 200 plus estimated based on data sample, profitable trades approximately 85%, matches your stated win rate. Okay, so basically what Sintra has been trained on is for our business case and everything like that is that, I know this is a 15% loss, 85% win rate, because this is how the system's been designed. Okay, so so the biggest winners, it tells me at this moment in time in the last 30 days have been the crypto. Biggest losers, CL, Litecoin, XAU, and MGC. Best asset classes, futures are these ones, consistently profitable. Forex, lower volatility but steady wins with a few marginal losses. This thing it's amazing. The signal type, these are the ones where it comes last. So whether it's xBrat algo, the roller coaster, VWAP predator, check trade duration, holding period, most trades close within 4 to 12 hours. Okay, no excessive risk, overnight risk, suggests disciplined risk management. Okay, this is where the AI and algorithm comes in. And every week you will get that spreadsheet, and every week you can shove it into your AI and give it you the analysis. It's brilliant. We're going to be using something similar, but a little bit more complex to produce infographics. Opportunities and recommendations, leverage top performance assets, ADA, Doge, Solana, Link. These consistently deliver outsized returns. Okay, so don't be scared to investigate how to trade crypto perpetual futures. Because of leverage, the profits are phenomenal. Okay, loss-making signals. So investigate rare large losses. So, and again, we already know this data because we then the AI sort of re-optimize and everything like that. Expand signal attribution. Consider labeling more trades by signaling confluence for R5. Yeah. Monitoring trade frequency, ensure, and so basically it's given everything. So yeah, that's taken from that trade data is taken from the app, which is, where's the app now? Yeah. So you don't get to see this because these trading records we simplify that. Okay. So particularly, for example, if we go just down a little bit, we can see lots of things for the same instrument, okay, and VWAP predators and all that sort of stuff. This is just way too complicated. What we do is basically take a lot of the fluff out, and we do one line per trade. So what the asset is, long or short, entry time. The entry signal was the last signal that came in on the confluence. The entry price, the exit, and the exit profit. Okay, and then the exit price and what the profit was, and true. What we're going to be adding in there is for example, for Forex and crypto is the max leverage. So the max leverage that the system said was safe and there was a risk element in there, it will put the max leverage in there and actually give you your true. So if this was a profit of 0.37%, if the max leverage is 20, it's 20 times 0.37, that sort of thing. Again, ADA 1.9%. Again, Litecoin had a loser. So what we're trying to do is be open and transparent with everything that we do, because we're that confident in this system. It's taken a year to build. And don't forget, this confluence strategy, I've been trading nearly 20 years. I've even wrote the frigging book. Okay, excuse the language. And that was published in 2023. So a lot of the AI learning came from those confluence strategies that I've written about. But then it's a matter of then training it. At this moment in time, we're doing a lot of work on risk management and giving max risks for futures, for example, and really tightening the way that does. The black box, we call it, runs those. So the black box runs every weekend. So most AIs update every month. We update every week. So every asset class, for example, I'll give you an example here. I've only got futures at the moment, but I'm going to go for gold. Where's gold? Have I got gold here? I go yes. Okay, so here there are approximately 37,000, just over 37,000 different confluence combinations. Okay. So initially it scrapes the data and looks at 37,000 different combinations with risk and all the different time frames, the different EMAs and all that sort of stuff. And then finally we end up with the top three. Okay. And that's just one instrument. So the computational power, look at that 37,000 different confluence times 29. Okay, it's a lot, it's very intelligent. Okay. And that allows us then to basically program the thing that lights up the lights and send the signals. So there's a lot of work behind the scenes just to light up a few lights, okay, and then send those push notifications. But that's what trading should be. It shouldn't be complex. Today's society is very busy, okay, and for a lot of people, trading is a side hustle and they need to make it fit around their work, their life and everything like that. So if you have the ability to have an app that gives you a push notification it's not copy trading like eToro. Okay, eToro is somebody that got lucky. Somebody starts following him until he gets unlucky. Okay, this is technology driven. The AI black box runs through those 37,000 different combinations every weekend for each instrument and highlights where we should be. It gives us a top three. Then there's a human element between that and the database to ensure that the AI just isn't the black box isn't just shoving out crap. To be honest, it doesn't, but there's always a check. And then the databases are programmed, which is a very, very simple process. And then we put them active again and it runs for the next week. Very, very simple. Sometimes it doesn't even change from week to week. Sometimes we may even have a slight change by 1 or 2 minutes just to smooth out things. So it's very intuitive. And now we're in the groove. Some of those changes are very, very small in that confluence setup and those combinations. So yeah, very, very, very proud of what everybody's done and can't wait to get those beta testers on between the middle and end of November. I think the first initial thing would be the web app that you get. And then by the end of November, you will either be on test pilot for iOS or the other thing. And I can't remember what it's called now because I've got so much going off in my brain for Android. So yeah, very, very, very cool. So we've almost got the hour up. It's 6 p.m. here. Any more? You're welcome, Richard. Yeah, it's a great opportunity for people to get involved, especially to get in early. because you get to shape and mold. And that 100, you will always be part of that 100 community that hopefully feeds back. So you're welcome, Raj. Yeah, thanks, Otis. Any questions before I go? Speak now. Okay, no problem. Thanks, everybody. I'll speak to you all next week on the live session. Cheers, Jason. Cheers, Neil. If you're sorry, Neil. Yeah, it will go live mid to the end of January. But if you want to get on the early bird, where's the link? Let me get the early bird link for you. You'll be getting on this month early, so you'll be getting on 2 months early, and you will have access until July 2027. So there's the link for the early bird, the 100 it's called. So I would suggest doing that. It basically works out a lot better in the long run. Plus, also you've got longer at it, and you get to work with me and the team as well. So it's pretty cool. Okay, guys, thank you very much. I'll speak to you all next week.